Hello everyone, it's Daedo again, and today, yes, we will be getting into Grade 6. So, I don't mind this setup. This is just a temporary setup. I'm finding some review tables where I can review my Tobots on here, but this will have to do for at least for now. So, anyways, enough about me, yammering. Let us get into the review. So start off grade 6, we have this thing. This is basically his spear, or his lance, or something like that. And as you can probably tell, this combiner is like Giga 7, another knight combiner. So interestingly though, the lance has this, like it can split apart into two things. So I don't know, maybe grade 6 can use this as a little smaller pokey lance. I'll show you in a bit, but mostly you just plug this. Oh, I think it's the wrong way. There we go, this one. So put the lance off to the side for now. And then here are our 6 main guys. So let's go for X and Y first. Let's move all the others out to the side. So X and Y are basically the same, they're congruent. So X is the least appealing, unfortunately, because as you can see, he has these 4 little prongs that just kind of stick out. It's because he helps hold something. I'll show you in a bit. Aside from under that, it's not too much. It kind of just looks like a downscaled version of his regular the DX figure. Now, interestingly, grade 6 is the only, not the only Tobot, because heavy metal and SOS, but he's the only but he is only Tobot with X, Y, and Z that don't really change color, except for Titan, which has X and Y. But aside from Titan, grade 6 is the only one that doesn't really change the color. I kind of wish he changed the color. I kind of wish he had the black power-up color that he had at the end of the series. But this is fine. This works fine for originality. So yeah, X and Y are pretty okay. They're the same, because they form both arms. So they both roll pretty fine. Y rolls pretty fine. X rolls pretty fine. So there you go. So they're pretty good. So I'll put them off to the side for now. Z is mostly just the same. He's just a limited downscale. You can see the grade 6's head kind of just hiding under there. It's kind of hollow back here, but that's all right. It's mostly just the standard, Staria van. Doesn't really, it's just Z. So it rolls pretty well, as usual. And then that's it for Z. And then for Sonic is, well, he's Sonic, obviously. Oops. Still the same, Santa Fe. He has the little skirt thing. I'm not sure if the skirt of grade 6 might scratch on the floor. I don't think so. But Sonic rolls pretty alright. There's not that much to the downscale, to these individual guys, because they're kind of just, the individual Tobots just downscaled. They don't even change color, so it's all good. Yeah, Sonic is just Sonic. Except, of course, you have some hinges here. You got a hinge here, got a hinge here, got a hinge here. You got this here. Although, interestingly, though, you could make this like a like you could open this trunk like this. I don't know, maybe something like this. Although you're kind of lifting the whole bumper, so it's whatever if you want to. I don't know, like maybe he's going grocery shopping, and then well, he doesn't really have a pilot yet, but if ever, like you stuff some groceries, whatever. So yeah, so that's Sonic. Now for Ken is interesting. Well, not really interesting because he's still kind of just Ken. He's the grandeur. It's not all that simple. You kind of can see the shin here because he forms the leg along with C. He rolls well, except his left wheel does not like to turn very well, which is it's a bit weird. But yeah, otherwise he's all right. And lastly, we got C. Now, if you remember, last time I reviewed C, he had stickers. Now, I only stickered this part and this part. It was because when I got grade 6, I made sure to only sticker this part, because it would look weird if I put police here as well and then on the back maybe, I don't know. So I just did this for originality's sake. The siren also seems scaled down. It's not as big and bulky like on his original figure. Same thing, nice Sonata police car. So, oh, he rolls much better than Sonic, actually. And that's it. That's all for the individual guys. So I guess we can head on to transformation. So to transform grade 6, start with C actually. So the way I do this is first you're going to pull out the shin here, the shin guard, and pull out the foot here like this. It's a nice ratchet. And then pull out the foot here, hinge the foot, bring it out like this, and then clip the... Actually, no, you don't have to do that yet. You're going to come here, and you're going to untab the back shell of the car from the front here. So you're going to untab it like this, and like this. It's a bit hard to do because it's locked in pretty well. Once you do that, you're gonna pull it away and hinge it, double hinge it down like this. And then you're gonna angle this a bit back like this, and then you're gonna rest the foot like this. So you guys should make sure to make it straight. And then you can lower the shin guard here, and there you go. Oh, sorry. One other thing. You're gonna pull out the knee here. This is the knee and the connection port. So that's C ready to be a foot. So let's put it off to the side. So we got Ken here. So same thing with Ken. You're gonna pull this out, pull out the foot a bit, and then untab here. The tabs are on surprisingly tight on Ken and C, which is a bit concerning. Might break in the future. So Tobot is, you know. And then we'll angle this a bit, and then pull out the foot, lower the shin guard, bring out to the knee, and then there you go. So you got 2 feet, or 2 legs, or 2 lower legs all ready to go. So next up, we're gonna go Sonic. Let's go there. Gotta go fast. Never mind. That's a bad joke. Yeah. So for Sonic, first thing Sonic is a bit confusing, so I'm gonna guide you guys step by step. So first thing for Sonic, pull up the trunk. So leave it up, and then it'll hinge up here. It'll rest up here, and then you're going to untab it. Untab his doors from the side here. There is a peg hole right there and a peg right there, and this also locks inside there. So it's a secure connection. So prop open the doors and the windows, and then just leave this out to the side. Bring the front windshield up like this, and this will rest on the back to be back kibble. And then you're going to untab the front grill and hood and bumper of Sonic, and then you're gonna split it apart like this. And then for this part of Sonic's bumpers are a bit loose. They act as sort of kneecaps, which is fine because they're kind of they rest over Ken and Sonic, but it's all right. I mean, it's just kind of loose. I'm a bit concerned that it might break in the future. And then we can leave these up for now. These are a bit problematic, but they also have their usefulness. I'll show you guys in a bit. So we're basically just gonna take C. There's a runner or sliders in there. You're gonna slide it in. Let me raise up my camera a bit. You're gonna slide it in like this, and then you're gonna have to be careful because you're gonna have to listen to click. So you gotta push it in like that. So click, push in Ken, and click, and there you go. You have the lower body of grade 6, and it is already getting pretty tall. So next up, I guess we're gonna do Z. So for Z, what we're gonna do is he's also a bit complicated, but you bring the top shell here, this top shell, and double hinge it back here, like this. And then you're gonna pull away his back halves of the van, and then you're gonna double hinge it again and make it rest like onto the side here. And you're gonna make it rest on the side. And then you're gonna extend, you're gonna telescope telescope these out. These are actually tabbed in, so you gotta be careful for that. So just untab it. This one on tab, and then slide, and then you're gonna fold the tabs, or no, the connectors onto the side like this to, you know, because they're basically kibble. And then you're going to bring the back halves of the car to the side like this, and then rotate the back half of Z up, and there is a little clip right there that goes into a tab right there, and then clip this in, and then you're going to rotate the arms or the shoulders until they're like this. You have to make sure that they're not facing like this or facing like this. No, remember that the wheels are always facing upwards. So we can now basically same connection like Tetran and Triton, and you know, if you back before, like with Quatrin and Deltatron and Giga 7, they all use the same universal slider. So slide in like this. But if you want to get them out, just get them out. Just there you go. So you don't just have got to be careful. So I recommend pressing on the bumper and then pressing at the back of Sonic like this, because it is a very strong stopper. So I just leave it in like this. He's kind of dipping, so let me fix that. Oops, is that right? That's right. All right. So next I'm gonna leave the head in for now. Save that when we're fully combined. So next we're gonna go X and Y. So I'll use X as an example here. So what we're going to do for X and Y is we're going to open this flap up like this and untab this right portion of the car. So basically have a normal car here and a completely wrecked car on the side. And this will form a half of a shield. Next, we're going to lift up the trunk like this, and we're going to double hinge it up here like this. We're going to, what I like to do is I like to grab the flap here, and then you're going to pull this out like this, and then you're gonna pull out the connection port, and then close the flap, and then bring out the hand here. So same thing with Y. Open the flap here on tab, and it just tabs into there's tabs here, there's clips here, and then there's two peg holes right there. And then same thing, pull this out, pull out the trunk, pull out the connection port, and then pull out the fist. And then there you go, you have two arms. So the way this connects, as we can see on Z here, they're basically same slider port. So we're gonna slide X in like this until he clicks. I'm gonna slide Y in until he clicks. So Y is the right arm, and X is the left arm. Now, what do we do with the halves here? We're just gonna, actually, you know what? I'm gonna cover the Bear I'm gonna cover Great 6, just himself, Bear, without any accessories. So let's lift up the head here, and that head is interesting. I like it. It just doesn't really look Tobot-ish. Kind of seems more Transformers looking, and it doesn't really fit the kind of cartoonish looking body and colorful looking body that he has here. Although I will say it's better than Giga 7. That head with the mohawk is kind of atrocious for me, no offense. So Grade 6 is pretty nice, although I feel like his arms, or his legs kind of outlength his arms. He seems kind of short on his arms, and his legs are kind of long. And he looks very stiff, unfortunately, mostly because he doesn't have in and out shoulders. which kind of sucks because if he would wear her hat in and out shoulders, he would look great. Like if this go angled up like this, he would look much better. But he kind of just looks awkward like this. So whenever his legs are splayed out, it kind of makes him look awkward. Now, speaking of his legs are probably the worst part about him. Super weak ratchets. So I alleviate that by, if you recall, Sonic's doors, I like to close it up like this and also basically get the kibble out of the way. So close this up and close this up, especially if I'm just displaying him on a shelf. You just close it up like this. So now he's standing perfectly straight. Yeah, he's so far the tallest Tobot in Daedo's Heroes. If you want a, you know what, I'm going to cover the size comparison later. So let's cover the, let's give him the shield. So the shield works by, if you get X and Y, and then you're going to tab these parts into each other. So they're kind of just, they connect each other and then clip. And then, oh look at that. You got a Ionic Elantra. So, whatever. Anyways, so come to the back here. There are 4 square pegs here and here. And then there's four pegs, square pegs here and here. And that's where the shield is going to connect. And unfortunately, the shield is also not a very strong connection. It's strong enough, but a small movement with it can easily cause it to remove. So let's just put this back in. And then here we go. That's grade 6. And then let's get his spear. And interestingly, as we can see, his head crest matches the spear. So it's like a shorter-ish. It's like a smaller version of it's like a smaller version of the spear crest. So the way this works is he does have opening hands. So open the hands. And then you're gonna plug the spear in just like that. And then close up the hand. And unfortunately it doesn't really lock on super well. It's still moving around as for standard opening, closing hand stuff. But it works. It works. He looks okay. Now, for a size comparison, let's get some size comparisons. So far, the biggest Tobot that I've reviewed until grade 6 is heavy metal. And as we see, grade 6 is much taller than heavy metal. Well, except for Chrome's hook, but that doesn't really count. If you want to review a smaller Tobot, a normal-sized Tobot, here's Pop, and Pop barely goes up to his thighs, or like halfway through his thighs. So that's Pop. And if you want to do another size comparison, here's Master V. Oh, what's this? Master V? Here? Yes, I finally got Master V. I actually got the Chinese version, which is, it's not bad actually. I'm surprised of how well it came out, you know, considering previous Chinese Tobots. But yeah, aside from that, I'll review Master V very soon. You'll expect him. So Tobot V is not finished yet, so I'll cover him in a future video. So but Master V is about up to his stomach. About grade 6's stomach. So he's pretty tall, so let's put Master V to the side. And then, as far as I know, grade 6 is supposed to be the ultimate weapon against Dr. M. Is that his name? Yeah, Dr. M. So yeah, he's pretty alright. He's pretty nice for a standard finale-ish Tobot. Although he's not really the finale Tobot anymore because there's Evolution X and Evolution Y, and probably there's going to be an Evolution Z? I don't know, because like there was a yellow minecart. I don't know if that's anyone else, but like, it's oh well. So, you know, while we're here, let's cover the articulation. And I'm kind of disappointed with the articulation. So, you know what, let's remove the spear first. Let's remove the shield. Let's open the skirt flaps again. Let's raise them up. Alright, so start the articulation, the head is on a soft ratchet, and it can rotate side to side. Technically, he can look up and down because of the transformation joint, but he can't really just look down. Can rotate side to side. And his arms can rotate around 360. Oh, well, not 360 if you put this down. So 360. Again, no in and out. He can rotate above the elbow, actually. Although he has an elbow, but it's curling iron arms. It's alright for me. I don't really mind. Although you can. He does have a backwards shoulder joint, so you could make him do like this, like he's ready to fight, like he's ready to fight fist, like the fist fight or something. And then yeah, curling iron arms. And also, this just looks hideous because he basically just has a car for an arm. It doesn't really look good that way. Yeah, he can rotate above the elbow. He has the inward elbow, and then he has the wrist articulation. He can open his 4 fingers. Nothing at the waist. Although his legs, surprisingly, they can go forward, not too far. They can go not so much back, but they can go in and out, as you probably saw. Not so far, but far enough. You can rotate at the knee. Oops. You can rotate at the knee pretty far. And rotate at the foot here. Although, again, he doesn't really have much heel, so he is very hard to pose. Let's try to get him into a pose. Or at least some kind of pose. Let's see. Maybe like he's holding the spear and the shield. As he can pose pretty alright. It's just not the best Tobot for posing. Or if you want to, you can go it here. Oops. Yeah, again, the main problem with this guy is his leg ratchets are one of the worst I've seen in Tobot so far. Oopsies. There we go. So this is grade 6, and he's a decent combiner. He's not the best. For me, Triton all the way. I'm sorry. Triton is still the best Tobot combiner of Daedo's heroes, at least in my opinion. So if you want to get this guy, get him if he's cheap. I got him for like 15K. He's kind of expensive, so if you can get him for cheap, it's all right for me. If you can get him for like I don't know, for like 5K, so just get him when he's cheaper. I don't recommend just getting him when he's like above 10K in Philippine pesos. So yeah, he's all right. He's pretty okay. A nice little Giga 7-ish kind of Tobot. Kind of interesting though. Yeah, Pop was supposed to combine with him, but I think something wrong with his mind core or something, because he's related to Dr. M, or I don't know, something like that. And obviously we know it's because, you gotta have all the Hyundai cars. You can't just have one concept convertible, so it's all right. So yeah, this is for now, the finale of Tobot Daedo's Heroes, or Tobot Heroes of Daedo City. It's kind of just the same thing, it's whatever. So next, I will be reviewing Master V for Tobot V. So, not the finale yet with King Fortran. So, I'll be going back to Master V soon. I might also cover Flight and Flame, because I will be getting them, the Adventure Y and Tobot R. I might. Who knows? But anyways, this is grade 6, and he's pretty alright. So, I'll see you guys on the next video.